On March 25th, 2023, I created this channel, Psychonacar. It was a fine successor to my previous work, but like many of my projects before, it lacked structure and purpose. When December came around, I looked to change that, forming a group I called the Chaos Order. But that was only an opening phase to a much bigger project. You see, the issue wasn't my content or my long-term goals, it was me. Planning began in January, followed by numerous teasers starting on Valentine's Day 2024. On June 14th, I assumed this new mantle of mine. From there came the best year's worth of content I ever made, and I'm here to reflect upon it all in this video. This is a documentation of my first year as a PNGTuber. Becoming a PNGTuber, especially one looking like this, was not on my 14-year-old self's bucket list. When I started content creation back in 2021, although the whole empire thing was definitely settled into place even back then, I was going by a persona that was very much similar to how I was in real life. I wasn't getting the results I wanted from my old channel, and I even attempted to rebrand it with a name taken from one of my other creations, but that honestly made it worse. You can try finding that channel, by the way. You won't find it. Anyways, I created Psychonacar to give myself a new fresh start, although even then I almost botched it a second time. Whatever I was doing, it wasn't working. And by the end of 2023, I came across a revelation. My form of content creation had no defining personality or distinct branding. It was kind of just a miscellaneous mess of unmemorableness. I needed something recognizable, something versatile, something past my own comfort zone. VTubers! Or, within my realm of skills, PNGTubers. I dove myself down the rabbit hole and realized that this was the exact thing I was missing. Years of creative expression all used for nothing? I don't think so. It was time to hone my low-tier drawing skills and become a true artist. I had all I needed: world-building skills, countless sources of inspiration, the ability to make something out of anything. Just my luck, I was already in preparation for forming the Chaos Order, a group designed to be my little community on the internet where we can all share our creativity. It's also an empire, which meant my role as a PNGTuber was clear. I needed to be its ruler. When the clock struck midnight on January 1st, 2024, the Chaos Order was fully established and I could finally turn to my next phase. I sifted through some of my old creations to form a cute, memorable, and of course, edgy design. After one little sketch and a full concept drawing, I was already very close to what I needed for the near-perfect design. After some failed attempts, I created a second concept drawing, and this one turned out to be exactly as I wanted it. After drawing up some outfits, it was time to begin the teasers and draw the final model digitally. The first teaser came in a video called Happy Valentine's Day, and it was a brilliant success, as I was able to fit all of the Chaos Order's code phrases, ideas that the group follows, and also establish my switch from my old persona to my new one. My teasers on YouTube Shorts did even better, with some getting hundreds of views and others, well, only getting a few. That's content creation for y'all. As the teasers continued dropping, I also slowly began to phase out my old content creation. I was only doing Sonic Frontiers at the time, so it really wasn't much of an issue. Except for when my external hard drive broke and I lost all my files to finish Sonic Frontiers videos, and also the Chaos Order's logo. But you know what? It all got resolved in the end, and even then, it didn't stop me from doing the best debut I could with the skills I had at the time. On June 14th, the day finally came for me to showcase my work to the world. My debut was okay, but it wasn't the best because I recorded the audio for it at night with my phone, upstairs in my room instead of in my office. I was honestly too scared to do it in my office, even when nobody was around. I began the video by telling everybody my many different names I've gone by. Soulheart, Wheelmaster, Zero Divider, System Breaker, Abigail Reborn, and my official PNGTuber name, Arch Empress Xyliaseth Koro Karamek. I was very proud of my work on the video, the design I showed, my thumbnail work. That being said, I did change the thumbnail again recently to make it better. Remember how I said I lost all my files? That thumbnail was supposed to look better from the very beginning, but I digress. A few weeks later, I did a quick showcase video to show all of my outfit pieces, as customization was one of my main selling points I had for the model. Why have one iconic look when you can have multiple? You, of course, have already noticed my model has two forms, a human form and a psionic form, psionic being a term I created for the purposes of this model. I'll go into more clarification of that later down the road. Originally, I had no plans for a human form, but I decided to experiment and the end results left me with not a single regret in my mind. Absolutely adorable if I do say so myself. Shortly after my model showcase, I started my first playthrough as a PNGTuber, Slime Rancher. The game was an easy and wholesome one to pick up, and also led to the first running joke on my channel, me being a slime mama. I always make sure to treat my slimes as if they're my own children, something I took to quite an extreme in the most recent episode I made, episode 8. Very much. Look at you guys, you're so precious. Mama loves you. And yes, to clarify, yes, I am pavement. Road pavement. What was I talking about? The series, right, yes, let's get back to that. The series has been extremely fun to make, and watching the end results gives me so much more satisfaction than, well, my Sonic Frontiers playthrough, and definitely more than my cancelled playthroughs ever did. I have much more confidence now, and my voice is much more pleasant to listen to. Obviously, it took a lot of work, especially since I sound like this beforehand, but the months of effort I put into enhancing my vocal abilities has definitely helped sell my content all the more legitimately. But things weren't perfect. Not at all. Even though I was happy with my model, I was also learning stuff at a rapid pace, and I was also not very happy with the model's eyebrows shape and the proportions of the body and head. Yes, it was a chibi design, but maybe it was a bit, too chibi? I already had a V2 in production, one that was meant to solve the minor issues, but instead ended up becoming, well, one of the most elaborate PNGTuber models of all time. Probably not an exaggeration either. So many outfits, so many variations, and numerous more expressions. I debuted my V2 model on July 31st with a showcase of the major model updates and outfit highlights. The model fixed everything it needed and also added numerous body details like hairstyles, toggle tattoos, and other things. Anyways, many of the major clothing pieces and customization options were not shown to their fullest in this showcase, nor have they been used elsewhere. The Harley Quinn inspired outfit specifically has a lot of effort put into it, and I think it can be quite an iconic look for me. Maybe not to the level of my Arch Empress getup, but it's definitely close. My V2 model is currently being used for my Slime Rancher playthrough, but unlike what I did with my V1 model, I decided against using my psionic form for the rest of the series, and decided using it for more darker purposes. Like my second running playthrough, Epic Mickey Rebrushed. The game is easily one of Disney's darkest and greatest creations, which I guess isn't really saying much since I think Mickey Mouse Clubhouse has a more serious tone than most Disney movies these days, but that's a whole other conversation. You're pathetic, Disney. Pathetic. Please don't copyright me. I also went back into one of my oldest childhood games of Sonic Generations, which was remastered and readied for release very close to Epic Mickey. We also got a remaster of Goat Simulator, and I was ready to do all 3 of these playthroughs of remastered games, but that would have led to me doing 4 total playthroughs at once, which honestly sounds plain ridiculous, so I didn't do that. During the use of my V2 model, I made minor adjustments to the way my poses work to allow for better and easier to make poses. I also made an addition to my psionic form, as seen in my first Epic Mickey episode, where I made my eyes glow, a detail that put the design together perfectly. On December 26th, I created my second holiday special for the channel, Chaos Order Christmas. the video that really tied into a goofier side of things on this channel. It was also my first full-length video to use Final Cut Pro as an editing software. Previously, I had to use iMovie to get the job done, which worked fine, but the limitations meant I could only go so far with it. Using Final Cut, I created a test video, which can be found on my channel, and a teaser for my Christmas outfit, and the Christmas special itself. It was very fun to make the Christmas special, and I look forward to hopefully doing a better one this year. I also released my first original music track, Somber is the Sound of Winter, which is probably playing in the background right now. I made the whole thing in just a few hours, and at first, I strongly disliked it. After taking a shower though and listening to it afterwards, I was finally settled down enough to hear it for what it truly was. Now, I'm very proud of it. Shortly after, 2024 closed out, and I gave a recap of the year, serving as not only a reflection on the year, but also an indirect showcase of some model updates. Since that video, I have made only 5 other videos, one of which was a fake retirement video talking about how unaccomplished I felt about my channel thus far, and how I didn't have the energy to keep up with the content creation. I was, of course, joking about the retirement part, but my feelings about the channel and myself were honestly quite true. I'm tired, like, always. On most days it's school, in the summer it's work, learning to drive, going to parties. For someone like me, a schedule as active as this is really not favorable. The fact that I'm so successful at things like school as well really doesn't help make it easier. It sounds backwards, right? Well, as it turns out, being at the top of things kinda sucks, for me at least. I'm not proud of my successes and performance. I'm an artist to my deepest levels, and my satisfaction comes from my passions. This channel has been my deepest passion throughout this entire year, and my switch to becoming a PNGTuber has allowed me to focus on my creative aspect in the middle of all the essentials. Here on YouTube, I feel like I can actually be 100% me, and I'm not doing this for fame, fortune, or anything like that, because in the end, I'm still just a child with a dream, one who watched countless YouTubers 10 years ago and learned exactly what their purpose in the world was. I may not upload as much as I want to, nor do I feel like I've accomplished much over this past year, but I'm not stopping here either. I'm here not just for myself, but for all of you. I'm an entertainer, I'm an artist, and well, if anything, I'm just like all of you. In fact, if this channel gets monetized to a sustainable amount by the time my senior year is up, you may just see me full-time 24/7, 365 at 1,000,000%.
Batman.
Okay, maybe not that, but like, you get the idea. All it takes, just a pencil and a dream, and a lot of heart. In the short term though, I'm going to focus on all of my playthroughs I have going on right now. I did recently also release part 2 of the Somber series, Somber is the Sound of Spring. You can expect 2 more to go with that. And even also, I'm working on some crazy model updates right now. I'm going to make this confession right now, I'm not actually happy with the results of the V2 model. The eyebrow shapes are better, but they are far too arched and, well, it makes any expressions I make feel off. The face itself is also very flat, and I'm not pleased with the model's overall body shape, which has been a flaw since the V1. As much as I love the additions, the model misses the mark by a lot. Luckily, I have a solution. In fact, you've actually already seen it. The psionic form in my 2024 recap video has some minor additions to it. This is actually a very early V3 model, which has been put under immense progress over the past few months. This model is turning out to be the best of the 3 and features numerous additions that skyrocket it to amazing heights. Unfortunately, it's not ready yet, but I will try my best to have it out this summer. Until then, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and are not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe to become a member of the Chaos Order and join our infinite conquest of the internet. Make sure you like the video for more people to see and have a good time, and lastly, make sure you give it your all and be the best you can be, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Xylia Seth, signing off. Sweet dreams, everybody.